Hi everyone, it's Amber and welcome to my YouTube channel, Amber Goodwin Art, and also welcome to our Fluid Art Experience guest artist collaboration. Britta, I absolutely loved your painting. It's amazing. Definitely go sign up for her classes at fluidartexperience.com. I am super thankful to Lee and Jeremy Massey for giving me the opportunity to teach at this event. I started out as a student, and I have to tell you that this event and taking classes at Fluid Art Experience have really contributed into my art journey and have really molded me into the artist that I am today. So I highly recommend in-person classes from your favorite instructors because they have been very beneficial for me and my art journey. Today, I will be demonstrating a technique that I have been working on for more than a year, which is my acrylic pour dot art fusion technique. I absolutely love dots. I like how they add texture. I like how they change the overall look of the piece. So I'm super excited to share what I have learned throughout this process, and I'm also creating a couple of courses that will also be beneficial as well. So without further ado, let's go check out what I created. For today's collaboration, I am doing a diptych on two 10 by 10 inch Da Vinci Ultra Smooth Pro panels. These are wood panels that are already gessoed and ready to go. They also come in different textures, medium and coarse. So depending on what type of art you're wanting to create, you can get the texture that you're wanting. I select the Ultra Smooth because they are perfect to resin. The painting dries super smooth. I prefer using resin on a wood panel compared to a canvas because there's no room for error on a wood panel. And the colors that I'm using are black, and there is my consistency. It's super thick to where a stick will remain standing in your cup. I'm also using my favorite golden interference paints. So that is golden interference blue. And I also kept the consistency thick for these. And I'm also using a new color. This is Nova Paint Interference Lilac Pearl. Nova has a lot of great paints. I use them for my dots as well, and they have a wide variety of the interference paints. Next, I'm using Tri-Art Interference Orange, followed by Tri-Art Interference Green. Next, let's go check out how I will puddle these paints. As I mentioned earlier, I will be doing my acrylic pour dot art fusion, where I simply puddle the paints on top of each other and tilt them around. I am alternating the black and the interference paints so that they do the color shift. I get a lot of questions about interference paints and what they are, and I have done a video last year comparing Amsterdam pearlescent paints, which are Amsterdam interference paints, along with golden. And in my experiment, I found that golden interference paints are far more superior than the Amsterdam pearlescent paints. They're more pigmented and they give better cell structure as well if you are doing cell art. I will link the video down below if you're interested. And also, the interference colors and pigments appear white because they have titanium dioxide covering all of the particles. So they show their true color on a darker base because the light frequency is being absorbed on a darker base. If they are painted on a lighter base, then they reflect light on a lighter base. That's why you will see a very subtle color shift on a lighter base when you're using them. They're still really pretty, but they reflect light on a lighter base. I will continue to puddle my paints. I love this technique because you can really manipulate the composition that you're wanting. And if you're not happy, once your painting is dry, you can always go back with a paintbrush and create your lines to the liking of your choice. I was inspired by Colorado artist Rollin for this technique. Mine is a little different, where he uses Deco Art Americana paint straight out of the bottle. I wanted to create something where I'm using my favorite brands such as Amsterdam and Golden and TriArt. And so I experimented with different mediums, different consistencies, and then I came up with a consistency that I liked with the mediums, where Brandon doesn't use any mediums in his paints. And his dots as well are the mandala dots, where they're pretty thin, and I wanted to keep my dots at a very heavy texture. I went ahead and sped up the process for the painting, and I only recorded one of them. But I do want to mention that in the class, we will be using canvas. I normally do these on a canvas, and I will be providing a pre-poured canvas for the students to dot on. We will go over all of the mixing of pigments and paint, and also the paint densities and opacities, which is extremely important. Next, I have the wet results. You will really see those interference paints shine once they are dry. And here are the dried resined results. I absolutely love the color shift from all of the colors. I'm pretty amazed by the Nova paints, so I definitely will be using their interference paints in the future as well. I love how the resin gave a nice smooth finish. And next I will share how I dotted on this piece. But before that, I wanted you guys to see the amazing color shift again, and also see how I painted my edges black on the wood panel. You can still frame them. I will frame these. But yeah, that is what I like about wood panels, is you can paint the edges a solid color. And there you have it, guys. You can absolutely keep it the way it is and not dot on it. But I feel like the dots add a super cool and nice smooth texture to the piece. And here is another angle. I'm sitting in my dining room. I felt like sitting by a window because my art space doesn't have a window. And I went ahead and dotted on one of the pieces here just to save some time. And I used a super thick dot mixture for this. I wanted the dots to be super thick, and I used a mixture of black, and I will be going around the edges. And here is my squeeze bottle that I use for my dots, and I will go around the edges of the interference colors. I did something different on this. Instead of going on top of them, I'm gonna go around. I will let you guys enjoy the rest of the process, and I will be back with the final result of the painting. Here is the semi-dried result of my dots. I love how they turned out. I think I'm going to call this painting the Black Pearl because the dots really do look like really nice round pearls. And there's the color shift again from the golden and Tri-Art and Nova Paint Interference colors. It's a little cloudy here in Dallas today, so I couldn't really capture the beauty of the interference paints, but you can still see the intense color shift from these paints. And I love how the lines are really crisp on this as well, very straight and not hazy, and that's what I like. And again, check out this color shift. I'm very passionate about the dots, and I will be honored to share what I have learned with you all. And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and definitely go check out fluidartexperience.com to sign up for my classes. Well, everyone, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Up next is Brian from Studio 15 Acrylics, so let's go head on over to his channel. Following Brian is Nate Bright from Nate Bright Art. Super excited to see what these guys created, and definitely, again, go check out fluidartexperience.com to sign up for our classes. We cannot wait to paint with y'all. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay classy, and stay awfully awesome. Bye, guys.